I remember one time, man, I was intimate with a woman, and then afterwards, I was trying to have a conversation with her, and she was acting like it was just too personal, the questions that I was asking, which really wasn't that deep. I was just asking her questions about, her past relationships or just what she really, was looking for, that sort of thing. And she was just like, well, that's just very intimate and private. And I'm thinking to myself, girl, I just seen the crack of your ass, and you can't tell me what's going on deep down in your mind. What the hell is going on? What's going on?
What is it?
Uh-oh, 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 guess what day it is?
Hump Day.
It's Hump Day.
Let me ask y'all a question. Can y'all have sex without a connection and be happy? And if you can, how long can you be happy for that? The reason I ask is because I've realized that the old me and my current self don't want the same things that we used to want back in the day. I was just chilling the other day, chilling with myself. Self said, huh? And myself told me that I'm just bored with just having physical connection with people. I'm kind of like bored with sex. Hold on, wait. Let me rephrase the statement now. I'm not saying I'm going celibate out here in these streets. Actually, yeah, I am. I think I'm at a place in my life right now where I'm just growing and evolving. We now live in a world where everybody's focused on making money, right? Everybody's moving fast. The world is moving faster. And a lot of times when we're crossing paths with people, we're all trying to focus on what we're focusing on, but we also are human. And when we cross, a lot of us want to date people, right? A lot of us don't mind hooking up with people, but when it comes to letting people into our hearts, right? Letting people into our minds, letting people into our souls, it always gets a little awkward. See, this is where it's dangerous for me because a lot of us are just having sex just because we need sex. Like a lot of us could really benefit from going celibate, and just chilling out for a while. I would rather be celibate than to have sex with a person that I don't feel chemistry with. If I feel weird to spend the night at your crib after we've been intimate, then that lets me know we're not really as close as we should be. Just because you give me your body doesn't mean I want to give you my mind. You got to really work with somebody to do that. Some of us are okay with just having sex with somebody, right? Just the physical. While others of us need more than that. We need conversation. We need vulnerability. We need trust. We need listening. But I realize that a lot of us just want somebody that we can pretend that we have all these things with instead of actually having them. And I realize that I'm not a good person at faking it. If we are going to build something genuine, then we have to build that off of conversation. And the biggest problem with conversation today that I find is that, if we're not having sex, can we have a conversation that enriches us, that makes us grow, that connects? No, because most people are good at talking, but really not good at listening. So when I try to say, hey, let's have a conversation, let's see if we have something deeper here, right? Most of the time, people really don't have anything to offer. That's why people would rather offer what's between their legs because they know there really isn't much between their head. They don't really have much substance. Maybe we've been doing it wrong. Maybe I've been doing it wrong. Maybe we need to really get back to just asking tough questions, having tough conversations before we even get physical with a person. When we were in our 20s, a lot of us focused on sex, the person's looks, and attraction. When it comes to dating today, a lot of us don't really understand that it's really about more than the physical. And I don't mean sex in itself. I think that I'm at a place in my life right now, sex without a connection just really isn't worth my time. Like, think about it. When we were younger, all of us pretty much focused on the physical. You know what I mean? Like, we were in our 20s. We really didn't have too much to us. We didn't have too much living experience, right? So we're excited to get out into the dating world. So everything looks so appealing to us. You can meet somebody and got that sexual chemistry, right? And they physically look good. Back in the day, that was considered, oh, I'm in a great relationship, or hey, I'm dating somebody I really, really like. That's because most of us was kids and we didn't really require much. You know what I'm saying? All we needed was a couple dollars, so we can go get some cheap drinks, go get some food with our friends, and it was all good. But when you get into your 30s and beyond, dating and relationships just seem to get a little bit more complicated because I don't know about y'all, but I just want more. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. After you done had amazing sex with people for I don't know how long, you done made them squirt, you done did all the nasty shit that you could do with a person. Now you realize, wow, okay, I'm a goddamn sexual superstar out here in these streets. You know what I mean? I done learned the female anatomy. Oh, I didn't learn how to make a man, do that thing. After a while, it's just not fun anymore to just have random sexual encounters with people that you really don't have chemistry with. Because now that we're older, I don't know about y'all, but like a lot of us have real life going on. You know what I mean? And a lot of us need more conversation and intimacy than we need sex. And a lot of people just really don't have anything else to offer. Like if you think about it, right? A lot of people that we look out on the internet that we think are successful, right? They look good and they seem to have everything we want. You got to realize that most people that seem too good to be true, usually because they are. You know what I mean? Like think about it. A man who's very, very busy with work, right? If he's not a conscious man who will make time for the things to make, other than work, you're going to be dealing with a dude that you're never going to see unless y'all hook up, late at night or whenever he's not working. Y'all do what y'all do and then boom, he's out the door, right? That might not be enough emotional stimulation for you. Same thing with women. See, because women now are working just as hard as men and just as many hours, a lot of times we can't even connect with women like that because y'all are too busy too. You know what I mean? And I meet women who, they might not have a problem taking off their clothes, right? And us doing whatever we do, right? But when you ask them questions about where their soul is going, if you ask them questions about, what's your dreams, your goals, your ambition? What have you been through? A lot of us put guards up because we really don't want to be vulnerable. You know what I mean? I mean, if you think about it, a lot of us can't really have conversations if it isn't about money or social media or our own personal accomplishments. Like, who are we outside of all the BS? You know what I mean? And I just realized, I was like, yo, man, how many people out in the world meet people, have sex with them, hang out with them, and some of us dating 3, 4, 5 people at a time. Every time you lay up with these people, you know what I'm saying? You're giving them the okie stroke. Y'all sitting there, getting it in, 2 pumps in a swivel. Every time you do it, you can't really understand why after you're done, you just feel kind of empty. I mean, think about it. People don't even cuddle and kiss anymore because they say that's too intimate. I think a lot of us have become just as cold and desensitized as the devices that we use every day. I'm just past that age where I just want to be physical with a person. You know what I mean? Like if I can't have a conversation with you that makes me feel like I'm talking to another soul, another human being, then I really don't want to be around your ass. I'm weird. Like I'm one of them type of people where I can turn down sex. It doesn't move me like that. To me, sex is just a reflection of the connection that 2 people have kind of built up. You know what I mean? I don't know about y'all, but after a while, after you've gotten grown and you didn't learn how to sling that thing, and learn how to make a woman feel the way she's supposed to feel, it just becomes not exciting anymore when you're just making these random women, feel these things, but they not making you feel anything. You know what I mean? And I don't mean physical. I mean like they don't make you feel like a woman should make a man feel. However that is, whatever that means to you. I think it's a sign of maturity when you start to look past the physical. Think about it. A lot of relationships end up breaking up because all they have is sex. You know what I mean? Like after a while, after the first few months of y'all getting it in, you know what I'm saying? Y'all done tried all kind of positions. They done spun around on it. They done licked it. They done sticked it. They done did all the nasty things that you can do. Then after you're laying there, then what happens? You know what I mean? It's always that awkward, like after we're done, do the person just get up and leave? Do y'all sit there and talk? Do you cuddle? I remember one time, man, I was intimate with a woman and then afterwards I was trying to have a conversation with her and she was acting like it was just too personal, the questions that I was asking, which really wasn't that deep. I was just asking her questions about, her past relationships or just what she really, was looking for, that sort of thing. And she was just like, well, that's just very intimate and private. And I'm thinking to myself, girl, I just seen the crack of your ass and you can't tell me what's going on deep down in your mind. What the hell is going on? What's going on? And that's what it is. Now people would rather take their clothes off than take their cool off. You know what I mean? People, we got no problem with having sex with random people, but we can't have a conversation. We'll show people our goodies. We won't show them our vulnerabilities. And I think that's the biggest reason why a lot of us are unfulfilled with the relationships we have or just unfulfilled with the people that we're talking to. We got to start focusing on connection, not chemistry. Do y'all get what I'm saying? If you've enjoyed this episode of Hump Day Romance and you feel like you got a little bit out of it, then feel free to Cash App $1 to the show. We appreciate the donation, everything that you give. We truly appreciate it, man. And I love the fact that I can sit here and just connect with you guys. And I hope that some of these episodes really enrich your lives in ways that, can help you go on another day. Help you learn how to get your situation, up and running the way you want to. Because sometimes it's easier to tell things to a stranger than it is to talk to your own friends and family. You know what I mean? So I like being that stranger for you guys. So I appreciate you. You know what I mean? If you have a question or a comment about what we talked about today, put it down there in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Have you ever been in these situations before? Are you different now? Do you just need sex or do you need more than sex? I'm Top Rope Zeus. Live your dreams, not your reality.
Respect.